Hi, good morning, Mandy.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, so you wanted to talk about the TESOL classes, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you are talking about TESOL 343 and 399.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not the advisor for TESOL, so I can't really, like, are those the next couple of classes that you're supposed to take in the series?
So far, because last fall I so-called passed TESOL 343 with a D.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And so-called I emailed Armor yesterday about should I retake it, and then he said I would need to retake it. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does the 343 have prerequisites?
The so-called the one that I'm taking this TESOL 340 and the 41.
Okay, and you did the 41.
Yes.
Okay, so I know you're gonna do the is the TESOL 399 that the clinical that you're doing this summer?
Yes, that's so-called me. The professor sent me to a school, and then I'll be there for like a few weeks at the school. Yeah.
And that's gonna start in April, right?
I chose the option for April. Yeah.
Did you get your assignment yet? Your school assignment?
I got it on Tuesday, and
Okay.
and this is a school that's next to my own elementary school. So yes.
So you know where it is and you know how to get there.
I just haven't been inside, but we've been passing by the school many times. Yeah.
Okay, well that's good. I'm glad to hear that. You don't have to commute super long way.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the clinical. Yeah, so I think the TESOL 343 is probably the last one that you need, right?
That I will need a retake. Yes.
Yeah. So so that's the assessment class, right?
The one, yes, the
343. Well, I would approach this a couple different ways. I would talk to Elisa because you also have to finish applying for the College of Education.
Yes.
You have your early childhood classes. And I would ask her, how to best balance that out. I'm not really familiar with like how heavy some of the early childhood classes are. But they are going to be, all 300 level classes.
Yes.
So, I would imagine that there's some classes that are better combined with other classes, right? And so if Professor Armour says you have to retake the 343, I know you haven't had a good experience with him. So I would suggest maybe seeing if the 343 is taught with a different professor. I would try, that would be part of my decision in when to take it?
Yeah, because when I last talked to him in the fall, he said it's just better I take it with another professor again. That's
Yeah.
that's what I saw on the report for this summer and the fall. It's a different professor, and he's so-called teaching that class this semester right now.
So it's the Tesla 343 is available in the summer.
Yeah, and in the fall with a different professor, and they're both online.
Okay. Can you take another class this summer?
I think I can, but I'm not sure because I also only have one of the grants. Is I think the Pell Grant. I don't have the MAP grant. Yeah.
Right. Um, there's a couple things I'm thinking about. So if you can, did you get an answer from your financial aid advisor about exactly how much money you can expect for summer?
He said, or she said, it depends on like later on toward when this the semester. Let's just check on the port to see.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't give me the amount of how much to expect for it
Okay. But it
because
should be
it's just one
posted.
grant.
Okay. Well, the thing about summer is that it's oftentimes a very fast-paced
Mm-hmm.
class, so that's kind of a disadvantage. But you do have the advantage of having taken that class already before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I wonder if you can reuse, just like upgrade or improve on your previous assignments. Because, typically if the same class just taught from a different professor,
Mm-hmm.
the assignments are going to be very similar. The readings are probably the same.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so that'll be kind of an advantage that you've been there, done that already, but it's going to be at a faster pace.
Oh, okay.
So that's something to consider.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the financial aid aspect for summer, and then also, kind of, I'm assuming it's 6 weeks long,
Mm-hmm.
summer. And you'll also have to, you're actually going to be enrolled in the TESOL class for $399, right?
Yes.
Cycle. So you're going to be in, um, there's still going to be some work associated
Mm-hmm.
with clinical experience. Um, I'm not familiar with how they stretch that out, because you're starting your hours in April, but the semester doesn't start till May.
Yeah.
Really know how that's going to be structured. Do you have like a syllabus for that course yet, or do you know when you started?
So-called, it really depends on like the communication with the teacher at that school of when I can start there. And
Okay.
yeah, and so-called for the assignments, we're the ones that like ourselves set the due date for the assignments. Yes,
Okay.
yeah. But the professor for sure will need to come see us for at least 2 lesson plans during the clinical.
Okay.
Yes.
Um, all right. Yeah, I think that you because like with a college of education, there are certain like the blocks, right?
Mhm,
So you
yeah,
have to follow
yeah.
those. And I know that you tend to take less than full-time
Yeah,
classes,
because of
right?
my FAFSA at the moment.
I think that it's going to really, I really think you should lean on Lisa because she's
Mhm.
very familiar with early childhood curriculum.
Okay.
As far as like what classes to take and when and
Mhm.
what would pair well together.
Mhm.
Um, I would like you to ask her about that because
Okay.
I don't want to give you the wrong
Yeah,
information.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah. So have you already did your financial aid, right, for the next academic year?
I did it last year, and when it opened, I think in
Oh, great.
October or November last year. Yeah.
Great. Another um another option for you Because I know that like paying for school is
Yeah.
kind of a challenge. You might want to look into the Minority Teacher of Illinois grant. Are you familiar with that?
I never heard.
Okay, so the Minority Teachers of Illinois, and I'll send you a link for more information.
Okay.
But basically, they give you, I think it's like $4,000 in academic year.
Mhm.
It might be less than that if you're not at for full time.
Mhm.
But the application process is open right now, and
Okay.
it closes at the end of March.
Mm.
I did send out a link. I sent out that email the other day with the teacher blast
Mhm.
thing. It was like, tomorrow is the teacher panel and scholarship opportunities. I think it's titled something like that. And there was a link on there for the Minority Teachers of Illinois.
Okay.
And so you have to apply for it,
Mhm.
and you have an advantage, Mandy, because you've already applied for financial aid.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the requirements.
okay.
So you already did that. You
Mhm.
can apply. It's a special grant, so it's not considered a scholarship.
Oh,
Like, you
okay.
just get the money and you don't have to, do anything else.
Mhm.
It's basically an enticement, right, for
Mm.
people of color to become teachers, because we need representation in our schools.
Mhm.
Um, so what it is like I said, it's about 4,000. I can't remember if it's 4,000 or 4,500, 4,200. I don't remember.
Mhm.
But you would get the funding, and then they do want you to sign a promissory note saying that you will teach in Illinois after you get your teaching credential.
Mhm.
And so if you don't end up teaching in Illinois after you get your license, then you would have to pay the money back
Oh,
as
okay.
an installment loan.
Mhm.
So it's free money if you become a teacher in Illinois.
Mhm.
If you don't become a teacher in Illinois, and I think that obligation after graduation, I think it's either 2 years of teaching or 5 years. I don't remember.
Mhm.
But you have to be a teacher for that long, because they're thinking of it as an investment, right? They're investing in people to become teachers, and then if you don't become a teacher, they kind of want their money back.
Yeah. Okay.
So are you familiar with how installment loans work?
Mm. No, I never. No, I never take out a loan.
So an installment loan means that you pay back in smaller chunks.
Mm.
Kind of like, it's a set dollar amount.
Mhm.
It's a set time frame that you have to pay it back. And then it's also a set payment every month
Mm.
that you would have to pay back. But the longer, like they'll give you 10 years to pay it back, but then they're also earning 10 years of interest on that dollar amount that they lent you.
Mm.
So you pay it back, the less interest you're actually paying them.
Mm.
Yeah. So, I mean, that might be an option. I know some people are really concerned about that extra commitment after graduation. Um, but if you become a teacher in Illinois, then it's not a bad thing. It's just it's kind of a little bit of a risk, but it might be an option you want to consider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you what are you doing with how's the application to the College of Education going?
So far, I'm still with the transcript. The issue with it, that's still the one of the issues still kind of at the moment. Yeah, it's still an issue at the moment, the transcript. Yes.
Um, so in order to
And because it's so far still part of it for it to be on onto the plan, it the yeah. And no, I could do the other steps too.
yeah, I mean, we're waiting for what is on that fall. It was fall 2020, right?
Yeah.
What court, like, it's not an English class or a math class that you're waiting for, right?
No, it's those like it was a education class and a health
Oh,
and the
was it one of
history.
your foundation courses?
The last 3 classes that I needed to take. Yeah.
Um, so, and I'm just wondering if you can still apply to the College of Education while you're fixing the transcript issue.
Mhm.
I don't see why you couldn't.
Mhm.
Um, because you're gonna run out of classes.
Yeah.
You
Uh-huh.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so I think it'd be better, and of course, ask Elisa,
Mhm.
um, about that, but, I think that you should just go ahead and apply to the College of Education.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, it's amount of, like, you're supposed to have 30 credit hours.
Mhm.
We know you have
Yes.
that. You have English 101 finished
Yes.
successfully. You have a math class finished successfully. Um, you have the GPA, I believe. So, it's just a matter of going through the application process.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so. All right, I'm trying to think, like, maybe on Monday when I'm back on campus, I'm gonna walk over to admissions and see if I could do something, because I feel like calling or emailing is really not gonna be giving us any results.
Yeah.
You've done that, right?
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor
Mhm.
and email me that unofficial transcript from the city colleges so that I can have something to show them and say, you requested it twice, right? From
Yeah, I
city
did
college.
it. Yeah, I did one in the January of 21 and then like one last year again.
Yeah. So yeah, email me that transcript,
Mhm.
and I'll see what I can get done.
Because like they did reply to me again after I sent about the issue, and then they said they were looking at it, at the issue for some reason. They're still looking at it.
Okay, so when I saw you last week, you, I think, emailed them,
Yeah.
and that's the response that you've gotten, that they're looking into it.
They're so-called send my issue to someone else in with them about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
forward me that email
Uh-huh.
so I can keep track of this, and maybe I can go shake some people up or something.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So how is your TESOL class this semester?
Mhm. Right now, it's been I submitted everything for the at the moment. Everything's in. Yes.
Have you gotten any of your grades back yet? Anything graded from that assignment or that class?
Only the so-called the weekly grades so far. I've been getting 100.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Okay, so it's been very helpful. I'm assuming it's been helpful for you that you reduced your working hours,
Yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
Helpful for school, but is it causing you challenges in other ways, like other financial issues or anything like that?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, I'm hoping that you could, pick up because you're only in the one class this
Yes.
semester. So I would like to see you in 2 classes over the summer, but I
Mhm.
don't want you to have to pay out of pocket or, be too stressed out. But it'd be really nice if you could finish off that TESOL class.
Yes.
Especially if you can do it without John Armour,
Mhm.
as a faculty member. So I would double check. So continue to work on your application for the Goodwin College of
Mhm.
Education, and then check with Lisa and see what she might suggest as
Mhm.
far as you getting in that TEFL class later on in your in your degree plan. And you know, you should be communicating with her
Yes.
from time to time and letting her know, like, I'm still working on, you know, getting the transcript recognized, and so she can kind of keep track, because the advisors for the academic majors, like,
Mhm.
you know, early childhood, special ed, they are often asked, like, how many more students that they're expecting to become majors, so
Mhm.
that theirs and the faculty can plan for that many classes to be available, or seats inside of classes to be available. They know what their, you know, upcoming next few semesters are going to look like. If they know they have 50 new students coming, or if they have 2 new students coming, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That they can plan that way. Yeah. Did you have any other questions?
I still got the email they sent me. It said they have my transcript that shows the fall 2020 classes,
Yeah.
and then they so-called forwarded the information to the evaluators who will update it on the, and then it will
Okay, and that's
fine.
the email they just sent you?
And then not today, on the 28th, and I forwarded it to you. Yeah, and but do you see it on my on your end for my
Oh, you just
transcript?
sent it. Okay, hold on. Okay, to confirm, we received a transcript that showed the course reference to colleges, including plenty of related information to evaluate for update. This information applied to your transcripts. Please let me know that. Oh, that's great. Okay, and this was on the 28th.
Yeah, when
Okay,
in
so
that email,
this is
there's
good.
the transcript in there too.
Yeah, I see it. So this is good. So an evaluator just double, triple checks, because
Yes.
once you put it on your transcript, it's like finalized,
Mhm.
right? And so we have to make sure, from the university perspective, we have to make sure that everything is correct. Right?
Yes.
We don't want to put something wrong on your
Mhm.
transcript. It's very, very difficult to get it off of a transcript.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the evaluators just means that they're going to look at, and you were at Truman, right?
Yes.
So you know, those classes have what's called the IAI number,
Mhm.
which is Illinois Articulation Initiative, which means it's kind of like an academic currency, right?
Mhm.
And so, like biology, um, at most colleges and universities in Illinois equals biology at every other school, right? So it's kind of like using the U.S. dollar. You can use it in a few other countries, right? So just
Mhm.
imagine if it was usable everywhere. So this is the point that we wanted to get to. I
Yes.
would give them 2 weeks. I would give them 2 weeks to do that evaluation, because it's only like 3 classes, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's just 3 classes.
Yeah. So let's give them 2 weeks. So they emailed you that on the 28th. Okay. So that would be, this week was 1 week.
Mhm.
So next Tuesday, I'm gonna set the calendar reminder to check. I'll check your transcript next week too.
Mhm.
Here. And it's fall 2020 classes that we're looking for, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I put that on my calendar for Tuesday. I'll follow up with that. So I think 2 weeks is plenty of time for
Okay.
them to evaluate it.
Mhm.
Hopefully they don't have to run other, you know, cases before you. And if they do and it's not posted, then I'm gonna say, you know, she's been waiting for a really long time for this. And
Yeah.
needs to go to the top of the pile. This is long enough, open up for progress. Yeah,
Yeah.
get you there. Okay. So what else?
I think when I'm so-called starting my clinical next month, it might affect my coming to Northeastern
Okay.
for the tutoring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you find out what your schedule is gonna be like, because you have to do 100 hours, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then we'll just, we'll change it accordingly, you
Mhm.
know, so if you have to, discontinue with one of the tutors or both of the tutors, we change time, we can cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay. Yeah. Because yeah. Because the school hours so-called it starts even later than Disney, my old elementary school. It starts so-called 9 to 4. So yeah,
Oh, that's different.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Even
So,
later than my old school.
yeah. Okay, well, usually, there's like a preliminary meeting, like a
Mhm.
first meeting with your cooperating teacher, the teacher that you're
Yes, yes.
working with for the clinicals, and then you talk about, you know, so I would say go into that meeting with an idea of when you can plot out 100, because it's over a certain amount of weeks, right?
Yeah.
It's over 8 weeks, I think.
Mhm.
So, you know, how you plan on, because you have, you know, you have other things outside of you know, going to those clinicals as
Yeah.
well, that you have to schedule around, right? So, I would go in with something in writing, already,
Mhm.
and see how that works with what their classroom looks like, and
Mhm.
what's going on in their classroom, and um, you know, and then you kind of figure that out, and then we can make adjustments to your tutoring. And if we need to, you can use Tutor Me, which is the online virtual tutoring.
Mhm.
A lot of people do that, and you can use that. They're available 24 hours a day.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could do that. It's not in person like you've been doing, but you know, if you still need support and you know, help with the writing,
Mhm.
it's an option.
Yeah. Because when I'm done with the so-called when I'm with the hours ready to come to Northeastern, I would have to take 2 buses, like the 36 and then the 92 to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I but you still have classes, um, but you still have the class that you're in now
Yeah.
until the day,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
So you just let me know how it's gonna work better,
Mhm.
how we can, you know, how we can change it. You know, you're the only student that Melissa sees from our program.
Mhm.
She sees other students from the other programs, but I can see if we can, we'll work it out. And if we can't, then you turn to me.
Okay.
Yeah, just, you know, just let me know what you need to have changed, and we'll find what other options are available.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. That's it. Look around. Okay,
Yes.
feel better?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Things are moving. Things
Yes.
are moving along. I need you to apply to the College of Education.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's kind of the next big push that we need.
Yes.
And it would be nice if you could do that before you start your clinicals, because that's going to really take up a big chunk of your time.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose then because part of it needs the fingerprint and fill out those websites for the number for to fill in the application, and they do those.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you again soon. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.